Welcome to our weekly Ask the Fund Manager series. The premise is simple. We put a fund manager on the spot and we ask them questions about current events and how these events impact on investment markets. We aim to keep it interesting and understandable and do this all in under 5 minutes. We hope you enjoy.
Today, we're talking about a drink that's gone from ancient Japanese ceremonies to TikTok fame and cafe menus everywhere. Matcha. So this drink, for those of you that don't know, has absolutely exploded in popularity. And if you have Instagram, you would have seen it posted on your feed countless times. I'm Luke Burwood, an investment specialist, and I'll be upfront, not a Matcha fan at all. But today I'm joined by Dean Cook, who's a multi-asset portfolio manager, and fingers crossed he's a massive Matcha fan because he's going to have to break down what's driving this trend, how the supply chain is coping, and which companies are winning off the back of this. So Dean, let's just start at the beginning. What is matcha and how did it go from a centuries-old tradition to a worldwide trend?
Thanks, Luke. For the record, I'm reasonably partial to a matcha tea, good around exercise, certainly. It's a powdered green tea from Japan, which was traditionally, as you mentioned, used in ritual tea ceremonies for over 400 years. Now, it's everywhere, and social media has played a massive role. Thanks to its distinctive bright green color and health benefits, so it releases caffeine more slowly than coffee. Matcha lattes are all over TikTok and Instagram, and big brands like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts have all jumped on board. It reminds us that social media can drive trends on the high street as well as in markets. Like, I don't have to remind you about meme stocks or cryptocurrencies, and I wouldn't even be surprised to see a matcha coin bringing the two together.
Okay, fair enough. I'm very surprised that you're a matcha fan because I took an informal poll on our team and not one person claimed to like it. But clearly, like you say, it's very popular. We're just not as cool as you and as everyone else. But outside of us, how big has a matcha boom become?
It's a big market. So in the US, matcha sales have shot up by 86% in just 3 years. So that's a massive leap for any food or drink. In the UK, cafes sold 1.6 million matcha drinks this summer, racking up over £7 million in sales. And globally, the matcha market is expected to nearly double by 2033. And it's not just about drinks. Matcha is now in everything from desserts to beauty products. And the buzz keeps building as more people post about it online.
So with all this demand, how is the supply chain holding up? Are we seeing any shortages or is it doing fine?
No, it's a really critical question. You can think about the acceleration in demand, and supply is really struggling to match that. Top grade matcha leaves in Japan have tripled in price in only a year, but it takes about 5 years for new tea plants to mature. So farmers, they can't just ramp up production overnight. On the flip side, the number of tea farms is also shrinking quite quickly. So one region in Japan dropped from 40 farms to just 6. And that's partly because the average age of a farmer is now about 69 years old. Not only this, but the rush is now leading to a wave of lower quality and even fake matcha. Some products are just ordinary tea ground up and sold as premium, which is a real concern for your traditional producers.
Okay, fake matcha. I've literally heard it all now. So clearly there's some supply side issues, but is anyone winning on the demand side? And what could go wrong with the matcha market going forward?
Yeah, so chains like Starbucks and Blank Street are cashing in, and at Blank Street, matcha drinks now make up about half their business, and it's usually pretty good margins. Japanese tea machinery companies are also booming, so one of them now gets 70 to 80% of its revenue from matcha equipment, up from almost nothing a decade ago. The Japanese government is also betting big, aiming to more than triple agricultural exports by 2030, with matcha clearly as a star player there. But risks are volatile. There are risks. Prices are volatile. Supply is tight. And if quality drops or social media moves on, then the matcha bubble could burst just as quickly as it started.
Okay, thanks, Dean. Great breakdown as always. Couldn't have asked for a better partner on this episode. So matcha might not be everyone's cup of tea. Certainly not mine, but clearly it's more than just a passing fad. Let's see if it can hold on to the hype or if it's another trend waiting to cool off. Thanks everyone for watching, or if you're on Spotify, thanks for listening. And join us again next week for another topic that's caught our eye.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode and we hope you listen in again next week. Also, we love to get feedback and ideas for future episodes. You can use the link provided below to share your thoughts. Before you go, just some important information to be aware of. Unless otherwise stated, any opinions expressed are those of Aviva Investors. You should not be viewing this as an indication of any guarantee of return from an investment managed by Aviva Investors, nor as personal advice of any nature. Information contained herein has been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but have not been independently verified by Aviva Investors and is not guaranteed to be accurate. Past performance is not a guide to the future. This material is not a recommendation to sell or purchase any investment. The value of any investment and any income from it may go up as well as down, and the investor may not get back the original amount invested. Nothing in this material, including any reference to specific securities, asset classes, and financial markets, is intended to or should be considered as advice or recommendations of any nature.